Hopefully that banging sound won't be so bad. Alright, I think we are live. Alright, and there we go. Alright everyone, it is me, Junson Chan, and today is January 15th, 2018. I kind of forgot that today was a holiday, since to me every day is a holiday, since I don't actually have a job anymore, and it feels great. But yeah, happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Um, so, some good news. I actually made, so I decided to, because Sprouts coin is selling for so much, I decided to just sell 1 billion Sprouts coins, and just clean up for a bit. So yeah, you can see my results here. So I made 1 million plus dog coins that when you, selling Sprouts coins, that when you add it all up, obviously the prices have changed since yesterday, but I definitely made sure to, cash out as soon as I could. What was it? Something like that, right? Is that? I think that's 10 million. Yeah, that's. I wish I had 10 million dog coin like that. What did my picture say? 1,041,323 and some odd change. Okay, yeah. So I made. Yeah, so Dogcoin's been going down, but at the time I was making that was about 11,500 bucks or 12 grand. Let's take a look at how much it's gone down. I don't know why Dogcoin's taking a huge pounding, but yeah, it keeps going down and down. Now it's down to 1.11, 1.1 billion market cap. Now it's a little more than a penny. So, yep. Yeah, so overall cryptocurrency is still going down for the most part. Correction blues. So I think this is the sleeping period. Like, if you notice Bitcoin before the huge skyrocketing prices, Bitcoin was actually meandering around, like, at the time it was like 200 to 600 bucks, and then it did that basically for years. So perhaps that could be the case with Bitcoin and the major cryptos, or maybe it really is just taking a break before going back up. I guess we'll see. If you can hear that banging, that's the freaking radiator, just cold water meaning hot steam, and then it just keeps making that banging noise. It's called a cold hammer. It's driving me insane. Um, so the big winner really is Ethereum. Now it's at 1,300 bucks, and I think it's gonna. I guess it will either go up or stay around here, but it's already a nice chunk of change. And then Ripple, I guess I can't say I'm too surprised. It's gone down to $1.76 since I didn't really see any particular reason why it had to go up so friggin' much. So yeah, and then Litecoin still hovering around 230 to 250. So I actually cashed out in Litecoin at 250. So I made some good profits. So I logged into my coinexchange.io account. You could see my recent trades. Let me see. So you can see 2018. Okay, yeah, right here. So the last time I made my trade was in December 13th of last year, basically a month ago, and I sold at yeah, this is price. I sold at 24,000, well, basically 25,000 satoshis of a dog coin. I think I did 1 billion coins there too. Now, when I sold yesterday and 2 days ago, I got almost 5 times that amount, 115,000 satoshis of a dog coin. So I made a lot of dough, and you could see the whole thing. And then I was able to insta sell most of it. I still had like 380 million Sprouts coins left over, so I just simply dumped on the market because I got tired of it. And then of course today prices are back up to, are going back up. So yeah, it was hovering around 90,000 or 110,000. So at least it's not the free falling has finally stopped. But yeah, if you're just getting started, Get this closer. If you're just getting started, and even though my book recommends that you do 808 coin, you still kind of can't do 808 coin because all the exchanges are down. Uh, let's see. Coins markets is still being. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, I've already downgraded this site to like scam status because this guy could easily. Oh, there's a new message. All right, let me see. Okay, let me mute you. Oh, this is interesting. Did they turn off chat for everyone? All right, let me see. What do they have? God, okay. We are currently looking into a new hosting partner. Site will be back very soon. Please be aware we do not deploy admins, devs, interns at Coins Market Chat. We are aware of fake accounts spreading FUD. Do not send, okay? Oh, hey, Josh and Coins Market Mods are responsible for the downtime. What? Oh, hey, are responsible for the downtime. They attempted to hack Coins Markets and we had to freeze the wallet server. No, I think that's a fake account. Uh, okay. So there's still people trolling. Yeah, so as you can see, I just think they're effing scammers. Luckily, by the time I recommended them, you couldn't register anyway, but I did. And I still have like 96,000 dog coin worth of 421 buy orders. So yeah, I lose $1,500. Luckily, I just got back my money through the Sprouts coin, but I'm still irritated with this. There's still a chance the site might come back though, so we'll have to hope. And of course, there's nothing new with Cryptopia, so you can't buy 808 coin. Uh, yeah, so okay, I don't have their Twitter loaded, but yep. But yeah, there's not too much to say about Sprouts coin. You just go to. I mean, I'm already logged in, so it says my account. But on the upper right corner, you can register on coinsexchange.io. Just get your account, and then just start buying up Sprouts coin, and then just send it to your wallet, and just make 2% a day. I wouldn't expect to receive an actual mint until around 10 to 20 days because the difficulty is so high, and you need to keep your blocks. I recommend less than 1 billion or 1.5 billion because there's a bug. I mean, this is a bug for me personally, um, where if you mint above 2 billion, it just will not stake. So you basically just waste your time and money. And that's because if you go into the source code for Sprouts, it says max money 2 billion. So I think that's contributing to the bug. But yeah, as you can see for yourself, even though it's declined quite a bit from highs, it's still doing really well because it used to be down all the way down here. I don't know if you can see on the screen, but it's like 60,000 or less. If you go even further back in time, you could even see that it was as low as like 17,000, even 13,000. I remember it was at 6,000 satoshis of a dog coin. So Sprouts has come a long way recently. And I think the reason for that, I mean, I said it was because maybe people wanted 808 coin, but they couldn't get it. It's actually, I did not know about this project. Okay, we're going to close that. Alright, we're going to close that. It was actually because of this. I thought the Sprouts Plus renewal project was dead, but they just simply haven't been posting. So it's actually here, and it's recent, January 8th, 2018. So last post was like 3 days ago. So it's pretty recent. It's kind of active. So I think this is a pretty serious project. There's still a chance it might be a scam, which is why Mr. Eggman and the other guy was like yelling at him, calling them scammers. But the short of it is, they're kind of hijacking the community because they think it's dead, which is kind of true because Mr. Eggman tends to, you know, do stuff and then that's it. You know, nothing else happens. But then that's the point of these coins. They just self multiply. That's all that it's designed to do. But anyway, these guys just want to take Sprouts. So they're creating a new fork of Sprouts coin, and then what they're going to do is take your Sprouts and then convince you to send them Sprouts, and in return they'll give you back Sprouts Plus. And according to this guy, they're going to use the Ethereum blockchain to facilitate the simultaneous swap. I think that's called an atomic swap. So, uh, you get 84% of 8% annual reward. So I think basically you get like 7% a year. So my problem is, why would I bother with all this stuff when I can just go on, where is it, Coin Market Cap, and just buy, I think it's either Dash or Zcash. I forgot which one of these was a proof of stake coin that paid you 7%. But basically, I would just simply just go with one of the better proof of stake coins that are like on the top 100, and just get 7% that way. You know, well, you don't need it. It's like, well, what's the point of using just what's the point of Sprouts Plus at that point? So I just think this whole thing is stupid. But this is what happens when you don't know anything about economics and finance. So people are like, oh, it's new, it's got to be better. So all right. I mean, it works for me because what'll happen is if people really want Sprouts Plus, the only way they can get it is to buy a crap ton of Sprouts and then send it, and then trust that this guy's not a scammer and send it to these Sprouts Plus dev team and hope they'll get back the Sprouts Plus. The problem is I don't know what the dev team is going to do with all those Sprouts coins. So they're either going to dump it and screw us over, or they might. If they're genuine, they're supposed to burn the coins, which basically means they send it to an address that nobody will ever have access to again, effectively removing the supply of coins from the system. So right now there's like 2 trillion. Uh, yeah. So Coin Exchange says there's about 2 trillion Sprouts coins in existence, and he wants to reduce the supply. God, he put this in a picture, so I can't do Control F. But I think he said he wanted total supply will be reduced to 500 million Sprouts. It's right here in the middle. I wish I can't highlight it for you, but it's right here. I'm moving my mouse over it. So basically, instead of 2 trillion, now he wants to reduce it to 500 million. Now, with that being said, obviously not all of us who own Sprouts are going to go for this, and that includes me. So I don't know, I guess we'll just see what happens. But I think that explains another contributing factor as to why it's going up a lot. So I guess we'll just wait and see. So for now, I'm just gonna mine Sprouts. Technically, I get stakes every day. I make a few 100 million Sprouts per day because I have a staggered amount of stacks because I have so many stacks. However, I still want to keep compounding and growing my wealth base. So it's exactly like raising golden gooses that lay golden eggs, right? If I take too many golden eggs out, then I kind of you know I don't have any more I don't have any more money left over to breed more golden gooses. That will then give me more golden eggs. So I gotta find a balance. I think maybe every 7 days or every 10 days, I'll sell 1 billion Sprouts. So that's what I'll be doing in the meantime to make my money while I wait on 808 coin. For basically Cryptopia to get the Litecoin market back up and running so I could sell my 808 coin. Then I'll have two income sources finally, giving me some serious cash instead of one. But yeah, feels good. I finally made some big money. My first transaction was like on January 3rd or 8th, and it was only for like 3,600 bucks, which I was like, but I guess for most people that's actually quite a bit. Let's see, where are you? So this was the third. Yeah, replay up 3,600. Yeah, so on January 3rd, I did 3,600 bucks. So it's like okay, like that pays for my rent and my living expenses for the month, but that's it. But this nice amount of money, you know, I'll probably dump another $2,000 into my stock market account tomorrow. I did talk about it briefly in a previous video a few videos ago, but I will show you what the stock that I'm using is now. Now there is a downside. This is in the banking and mortgage finance sector, which is something I'm always fond of. So technically, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is actually a very huge threat to the banking sector. So this thing could kill itself, if you know what I mean. Since I'm a huge proponent, obviously, of crypto, but this thing pays. It had a where were you? Oh, here it is. Current annual yield 23%. It's actually closer to 30%. This is actually a really cheap price, $16 a share. And they just declared dividends, so I'm going to get 77 cents per share. Well, 77 and a half cents per share. So imagine paying $16 and getting 77 and a half cents. And this is for 1 month. This particular stock pays you dividends every month when normally the norm is every 3 months. So you get a lot of income. Now the off months, so you see you only get 3 cents, 3 cents, 9 cents, 3 cents. Those are the off months. So I think what happens, as I said before in that video, I think UBS, the big financial bank, I think they pocket most of the dividends on like the 2 or 3 months, and they pay out the third month to investors like me. So I think it's a pretty good deal. Also, when these things expire, I think the prospectus said it expires in 2040, 2041. Um, the I think they're supposed to give you back $25 because technically these are bonds or I forgot I forgot what it used to be called. It's been a while since I took college finance, but basically it's a bond of some sort. They're not required to pay you back, but they usually do. Um, because again, they need to be seen as reliable. And if investors don't think you're reliable, they're never going to give you their money. So there's a big incentive for these banks to give you back the $25 per share. I'm trying to remember what the hell was it called. It's not a preferred stock. It's a kind of banknote. Unfortunately, I can't remember the term. But yeah, I mean, you can just read their prospectus. I'm not going to read it here because it's a pain in the ass. But yeah, this is what my stock market account currently holds. I'm thinking maybe I'll go up to either 250,000 or $1 million worth of this stock, and then I'm gonna move on to like something else to diversify. The other thing is, I also want to buy an apartment building, and that requires like a couple $1 million as well. So, if I'm kind of dumping money in the stock market, it takes away from that, and oh boy, it's it can get a little confusing. Um, so yeah, I mean that's the story with Sprouts. I made a good chunk of change. Apparently, coins markets is stop spamming. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, everyone's just getting angry. Yeah, it's not looking good for coins markets, but maybe they might still stick around. I actually would try to do a who is check on these guys, but that shows personal information and phone numbers, so I don't want these asshole companies to accuse me of doxing and then ban my fucking account. So yeah, Cryptopia, no updates, so it's gonna be a long ass time. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, there's just not much going on. So, oop, damn, that actually showed my freaking username, I think. So let me turn that off. Oh wait, nope, wrong one. So this is the one thing I don't like about BTC Pop. I have to actually log in before I can look at their exchange market. Well, I guess it's not too bad if everyone sees it, since I'm not actually putting any money in here. Exchange. Actually, I want to see what else is going on here. Casino coin, hash power. Yeah, I just find it insane that people just lend money to total random strangers. That's just crazy. The good news is 808 coin's actually going up in price. So yeah, so this thing is quiet and dead. Yeah, compound going 87,000. Okay. I have so many windows open. Trade Satoshi. So this is the only place that's functional, that has like an okay amount of trade volume. Unfortunately, you cannot register because these assholes still have closed registration. I hate that they do that. So irritating. So as you can see, 808 coins going out to 2 or 3 Satoshi, so that's actually a lot. Yeah. God, this site is freaking annoying. Okay, so sell for 2, sell for 2, buy for 3, buy for 3, big sell for 2 at 1.5 million. Yeah, is this site ever going to like freaking open registrations? So I'm so irritated. I still haven't heard anything from Coin Exchange either, right, in regards to whatchamacallit, whether they're going to add 808 coin or not. And then Yobit also ignored the email too. Or what, they could also just be back to coin market cap 808 coin. Coin market cap 808 coin. Yeah, that's what I want. So let's see. So yeah, trade volume is around $3,000, which is not too bad considering that everything's basically dead. And this doesn't take into account BTC Pop, but the BTC Pop doesn't have much going on. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much else to talk about. Let me see. Oh yeah, questions. Yeah. I don't see any questions, so let me see. Did I cover everything? Yeah, coins market's kaput. Cryptopia's kaput for now. Went over that. Went over Sprouts. Okay. So I guess before I go, I'll just take a quick look at the Bitcoin is. Really? Okay, I'm curious to know about this. I think this is an old article, though. And of course, you got the stupid autoplay.
People have made fortunes.
Alright. When was this written? It just gives me a time. Okay. January 15th, 2018. Okay, so it was written today. Alright. Spike warnings of a bubble. Blah, blah, blah. So a Miami condo seller is accepting only Bitcoin. And several real estate brokers are also willing to accept Bitcoin as a payment option. Yeah, so that's actually not bad. 17.65 Bitcoin. Yeah, this is the future. God, you know, it's insane. You know, back in the old days, you could have gone on a faucet, you type in a captcha that takes like 10 seconds to type in, and this website would give you like 1 to 3 Bitcoin for free. If you did that like 113 times, You know, basically you just spent like a couple hours typing in captchas. You could have bought a you could have bought a house in San Francisco today. God, that is insane. Man, I really wish I kept a more open mind back in like 2010, 2011 when Bitcoin was still in its infancy. But on the other hand, it also had an established community. My ex best friend at the time and I like told me about it, and we both just thought it was a stupid idea, and he just thought it was just a good way to make like a good extra $20 a month or something, with the potential for a little more. Oh, so this article is so this thing's a really short article. Well, I guess I could see what this guy's talking about. Because Bitcoin is supposed to get harder over time. Blah blah blah. So that is roughly true. Because of the block halving reward, Bitcoin went straight effing up. So the next block, Bitcoin clock halving. Oh wow, it's gonna be when Trump runs for re-election in 2020. Oh my god, that is gonna be a crazy year. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun. All that chaos. And the reward is gonna go from 12.5 to 6.25. Yeah, so that's when I actually expect Bitcoin to hit $100,000. That would probably be, if it doesn't happen before then, but that would probably be the start. Because if you'll notice, before the block, before the blocks halved, um, let me see, what's the site? God, what was the CXIO Bitcoin pool? I think it was Gigahash. Yeah, gigahash.io. Register now, because I have an account here. Wait, what? Did they remove gigahash.io? Oh shit, they closed it. I guess they closed it. Yeah, because I used to mine there a lot when I used to be on cex.io. Oh no. Oh, alright, then we'll go with Antpool then. Antpool.com? Because what I'm looking for is, what's the typical mining reward for finding a block? There we go, statistics. Alright, here we go. Oh great, they're gonna make me... Okay, here we go, value. So right now... Oh, I must have... Alright, so right now the Bitcoin reward is 12.5 Bitcoins. Holy shit. So yeah, the mining reward from mining fees is actually working. Because the base reward is 12.5 Bitcoins, but the mining reward for this block, I have 17, is 4.5 Bitcoin worth of fees. This one's a little, is 4, 4, 3, 4. This one's pretty low at around a little less than 2. Yeah. I mean, I mean, the problem is, like, yeah, the mining fees are really high when you withdraw, which is why I'm using Litecoin. But but in order for Bitcoin to work, these mining fees do have to keep increasing. Which is actually kind of the reason why I don't like the idea of the supply cap of 21 million Bitcoin or whatever. But it's all again based on psychology. So whatever people are willing to tolerate is, as long as enough people agree that it's tolerable, then the system will work fine. Otherwise, I just would prefer an infinite supply fiat system like dogecoin, the US dollar, and then you just kind of just focus on controlling inflation. That's why all the central banks of the world actually use that system. Because in the past, when we used gold and silver, everything had a fixed amount, had a fixed value, but was causing problems because the populations would go up, but then prices either had to go down or remain the same, and then you had supply shortages, because there was a mismatch between the money supply and the demand of goods and services for a ever growing population. So that's kind of that's the non-conspiracy theory reason why a infinite supply system does actually work. Of course, the downside to that is it's ripe with abuse, and it centralizes power into the hands of a few people. So that's why you've got things like deep state and other conspiracies where you know the Federal Reserve basically controls everything. And it's actually kind of true too. So that's actually why I really like cryptocurrencies, because nobody can control it. That's why it's decentralized, but you can choose whether you want to limit the money supply or create an infinite supply. I'm, of course, in the infinite money supply camp, because I think that because it can scale easily as your population grows, and it also encourages people to not kill each other, because if you lose people, you really you mess everything else up. So yeah, there's that. Any questions? No questions. Okay. Uh, but oh, yeah. Price Bitcoin chart. Shoot. Okay, you know what? Let's just use. Where's the? How do I go to the homepage? It's got a Bitcoin. All right, so the block halving reward. Okay. So the block halving reward, great, they don't put a date on this, occurred around 2016. Alright, alright. So basically before Bitcoin halved, I know I'm a little all over the place, but I just have all these thoughts. As you can see, Bitcoin was at like 300 to 600 bucks. Now, when did Bitcoin actually halve? Bitcoin clock halve. Because I think that site that I was looking at also had a chart of the past. Shoot. Okay, it does not. All right, Bitcoin halving history. Here we go. Date reached June 23rd, 2017. Wait, what? No. Yeah, this is the right one. It's like, wait a minute. So when Bitcoin halved from 25 to 12 and a half, this occurred on July 9th, 2016. So if we look at the price of Bitcoin, because it was basically languishing between 300 and 600 for a while, for a couple of years, and then July, and then Bitcoin halved, and then you'll begin to see that it begins to slowly increase. Right? Look at that giant spike. Oh yeah, even more. It spikes even more. 4,800. Basically, the history. It basically skyrockets all the way up to 18 grand or close to 20 grand. Now we're at 14 grand. So even though there's a halving supply of Bitcoin in terms of mining reward, the price increase just skyrocketed like crazy. So that's why based on that particular kind of history, because if you look at the I shouldn't have closed it so fast. But basically, Bitcoin was like every time it halves, the price of Bitcoin goes way up super fast, far more than double. It's actually geometrically exponential. So, maybe it's like a factor of 8 or a factor of 10 or something. So from $600 of Bitcoin to now it's at $14,000. That's like a 23x 2300% return. So yeah, that's quite a bit. So I think actually, as long as the fees keep going higher or remain the same as it is now, and people still use Bitcoin quite a bit, I think the next halving reward will still make sure that these Bitcoin blocks are still worth a lot of money, because that's actually what Satoshi Nakamoto wanted. Um, Although I think he did want to address the block size issue, but I'll just let the smart people deal with that. I forgot what the point of that ramble is. Oh yeah, so all of that's why I think once Bitcoin halves in 2020, oh excuse me, you can expect Bitcoin to easily hit 100,000. Before we know, anything can happen. So it could go down, could remain the same. Perhaps something big happens because it is a giant political presidential year. And I obviously don't know what's going to happen this year with the midterm elections, which is actually much larger than normal in the United States because everyone hates Trump so much. The Democrats are going to be mounting a fierce counterattack. So there are a lot of people that I respect that think the Democrats are actually going to win quite a bit of seats in 2018, and then a few other people say the opposite. Me, I'm like 50-50, but I really just have a hard time seeing the Democrats just sweeping everywhere. But stranger things have happened. So I think eventually I do want to upgrade the mic because thankfully no one's bugged me about it. But I do want to improve the audio quality of my videos. So I'm gonna have to look at the those giant radio mics that you always see with like the big sticks, and I don't even know what the hell you call them. But I think they're like a couple $100 for a good quality one. I just gotta find one that's compatible with my computer and then just plug that sucker in. All right, so back to this article. Okay. I gotta admit, I do miss the days where I would actually mine Bitcoin. It just felt cool to do it. Yeah. All right. So for the most part, I don't see any. Yeah, there we go again. It's always effing Germany, man. Like Angela Merkel is like completely out of control. She just wants to impose her will on everything, from social media to Bitcoin. Yeah, go f you, man. So luckily, we're just gonna tell her to f off. And then of course there's another negative Nancy article by far left media outlet The Guardian. It's funny because like liberals are usually were on top of Bitcoin and like we're super pro Bitcoin, but now all these liberal outlets are like against it. I mean that's just how like these a-holes are like totally against the people, and they're also taking marching orders from like the deep state and stuff. But whatever. Luckily, it's pretty easy to just ignore them and do your own thing. Yeah, I keep getting this error a lot. It doesn't save. Alright, I'm going to do one last check. No questions. Okay. Alright, so I think I've rambled on enough. My next stream... I mean, I still kind of want to update my book, but like all these exchange websites are still going through a state of flux, so I can't update anything just yet because I still have to wait on Cryptopia and stuff. But at any rate, if you want to make a lot of money like I do, doing almost nothing, you just buy my book on Amazon and mine bigly. I wrote it, Junson Chan. If you don't want, if you're too cheap or you're too scared to spend $10, you can figure out everything I do for free, but you gotta put in the sweat equity to do the Google research or Bing research or whatever. So the names of the coins that I stake. 421 is still experimental because I think that because you can only get it on coinsmarkets.com, which so far is looking more and more like a scam exchange. So this coin's gonna be in limbo, but the coin itself is still pretty solid. So we just gotta find an exchange, hopefully. So we'll just we'll just leave him at Let me see. Actually, speaking of which, well, I know I should be going, but I want to see, did anyone respond to my thing? Mm, okay, so the good news is Mr. Eggman is not, because he's the one that's actually coding. He's also the one that codes 808 coin, which is my flagship coin. Um, okay, so this is the usual FUD. Okay. Yeah, so you'll notice that one reason why I should actually do a video on investor emotional control, because this is a good example of like idiots just don't know don't know what the hell is going on, so they let their emotions completely screw everything up, and then they just spread FUD. Luckily, we're immune to that, but it screws you up personally if you believe the FUD, and that screws you out of incredible income. Uh, okay. All right. So see, like this, these people don't know how to do research. They don't know. We do know what they're gonna do. Like Cryptopia even said it themselves on the news thing. I've already did a couple videos on this already. Yeah, they're bringing it back. Wait, further updates? Oh, yeah, I thought they put in a new update. No, it's still the one from January 11th. So yeah, so they're gonna bring it back. They just don't know when. Uh, but yeah, so that's my little rant. So yeah, 808 coin, you make 800%, 808% a year. That's actually how I was able to make six figures and move out of my parents' place. All thanks to 808 coin. And I'm writing it for now because I can't really sell it well. I'm just doing 100% compounding. So right out of the gate when I can, it's gonna be big money. This is Sprouts. The new Sprouts. Is this the right one? Yeah, Sprouts Jr. I'm not entirely sure. So I guess Sprouts Jr. is actually Mr. Eggman. I don't know why he decided to create a separate username for this. But yeah, Sprouts coin does 2% a day. You could read the details right here. You can also look at the URL. This is the coin that I was using to get my what 12,000, 11,000 and a half, $11,500 profit from Coin Exchange. So yep, you can see right here, sold 1 billion of those. Uh, so if you're just getting started and you can't wait on 808 coin, Sprouts is a good solid bet. Um, I just don't know what effect the Sprouts renewal project is going to be when they start swapping Sprouts for Sprouts Plus, and whether or not they're going to be a scam. I'm going to play it safe and just not do the swap, because I don't want to make 7% a year. There's already plenty of better coins that are already established that pay the same amount. So why the hell would I want Sprouts Plus? And Compound Coin is my new coin. Unfortunately, you can only get on Cryptopia, so you have to wait on Cryptopia to bring the markets back up, and it will just be like 808 coin. Gotta wait on 808, or gotta wait on Cryptopia. But this one's pretty good. 500% APR. When it hits block 100,000, it'll go back down to 250 APR, and then it'll keep halving every 500,000 blocks until it reaches 7.8. So basically, it's I guess it's like, I don't know, a high yield 421 coin, except eventually the price is going to hopefully go up because the rate of inflation is going to dramatically decrease. And 7.8% is pretty decent. Um, so that's when so I may actually not even sell my compound coins until definitely at least 250%, but maybe perhaps 125%. So we'll see. So yeah, you can do the research yourself, learn to install the wallets. But if you want to cut the learning curve, just go buy my book on Amazon, Mind Bigly. And I also made a movie before I got into all this, Underdogs. So if you're a video gamer and you lean to the right side of things politically, this you'll get a really good laugh from this. Um, and yeah, I spent my life savings of only a paltry $5,000 saved up over years to make this movie. So it took a lot out of me. Uh, and then if you have Amazon Prime, you just watch it for free and get a nice stoner comedy. And then yeah, people who are on the right side liked it. People who were not, really hated my guts. So it's reflected in the ratings. But overall, yeah, I'm happy. I'm just most people don't make a movie, so. All right. Well, no questions. So all right. Next stream will be. Yeah, I don't know when the next stream will be. Maybe a few days, maybe a week. Maybe I'll do a tutorial video. I mean, I really should, but we'll see. All right, everyone. My name is Junson Chan. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button wherever you're watching this. Make sure you follow my Twitter at Real Junson Chan. Yeah, and well, I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.